Got the Facebook ad today. It's time for updated internet regulations. Click through on the ad, and what do I see? What do you think you'll see? Facebook talking for updated internet regulations. Are they talking about standardizations so that what you say, the end user, gets to stay there? You get to have your voice. Or do you think they want to promote safe spaces, cancel culture, and more censorship? It probably doesn't take that much insight to figure out what Facebook wants to do. Facebook wants to do more of what they have been doing, and that is taking as much liberty as they can to exercise their power and control over the population of the world. Where they started ramping up social media censorship in foreign countries back in 2011. As I've been saying, ever since then, they're going to start doing it there, and that's their beta test. And once they get it to work over there, they're going to bring it back home, and this is exactly what they're doing. So let's take a look at this ad right now. Facebook is now trying to regulate the internet. I saw this ad today. It's time for updated internet regulations. And Facebook is promoting censorship, a merging of the censorious social media companies with government. The internet has changed a lot in 25 years, but the last time comprehensive internet regulations were passed was in 1996, the Telecommunications Act. We want to update internet regulations to set clear guidelines for addressing today's toughest challenges. What are our biggest challenges, according to Facebook? Are our biggest challenges having to do with immigration, mass homelessness, a crumbling financial and economic system, a drug epidemic of opioids? Or is Facebook's perceived biggest challenge and toughest challenge how to control the flow of information? Yep, if you guessed that, you're correct. Facebook's toughest challenge is how can we completely have total control over the flow of information? And in this sickening document, they talk about how they're going to partner with the social media tech giants who they've already been partnering with. And we've already seen concerted actions taken when we saw Alex Jones removed from the internet, when we saw Parler removed from the internet, former President Trump, while he was still president, removed from the internet, removed from Facebook, removed from Twitter, from Spotify, from places he doesn't even go, all of them working in concert. This is more than a coincidence. They are working together, and now Facebook is openly admitting it. What we've all known and all suspected for a long time, when we see this coincidence of every platform takes action against one person, they all act in concert. It's not a coincidence. They're working together. Continue to take critical steps to improve and secure our platforms. We've tripled our security and safety teams to 35,000 people. This is a massive effort. Facebook is dumping a lot of money into preventing you and me, from speaking. Built new privacy tools. We're also working with tech peers. Tech peers. Who are Facebook's tech peers? Like Twitter and Google? Working with tech peers to make it easier for people to move their data between platforms securely. Well, that sounds nice, except they're not. And I've proven that Facebook does not want people to move their data from platforms securely, as I have proven in my video on Facebook violated California Consumer Privacy Act data portability request. They refused to comply with the law. Against the law, they refused to give me my data back. Facebook violates the law. That's how much they care about allowing you to port your data. They'll go to the length of breaking the law to prevent that from happening. Promoting safety. Now, when Facebook says safety, what they mean is committed to helping you connect and share safely. share safely. What does that mean to share safely? We find and remove violating content. So if you've shared and it wasn't safe, it's removed. So be careful. Don't share something that's not safe. Okay. What's next? It's time to update internet regulations. It's been a quarter century since comprehensive regulations have been updated. It's time to work together to address the new challenges. Right. And what are those challenges? Oh, homelessness? No. Immigration? No. Drug problems? No. Crumbling financial system? No. No. No, it's basically all about censorship. And here is the very last thing in the lower right corner is really what they're getting towards. We support thoughtful updates to internet laws, including Section 230, just buried in this paragraph, nestled, couched right in this paragraph, to make content moderation systems more transparent. No, that's not what they want. That's exactly what they want, the opposite of. To ensure that tech companies are held accountable for combating child exploitation. So if companies combat child exploitation, that they must be held accountable for that? Opioid abuse and other types of illegal activity. This is probably just bad wording on behalf of Facebook. Facebook wants to control the flow of information. This is why they are doing this. They want to prevent free thought, free thinking individuals, beautiful, diverse, independent human beings, such as myself, you and me, from thinking and acting and being free. And in the process, they'll stop me from engaging in commerce, right? Because if I'm banned from Facebook, I can't engage in the marketplace. Yeah, and they want to prevent me from any public discourse, interacting with any politicians, anything within the marketplace as a buyer or a seller. So if I want to enter a contest, join a promotion, that's forbidden. If I want to have a conversation with somebody about kombucha or carpets, that's forbidden. Because I dared speak about something that didn't accord with Facebook's ideology. And because of that, I must be banned. And they'll work with their partners to make sure that I'm banned across the board. They'll make sure that they work with their partners to ensure safety across all platforms, to prevent people like me from living, from even being. They want to cancel me, and they have proven it. They have gone as far as they can to cancel me, and it's not enough. They want to cancel. It's not just about me. It's not me in particular, right? It's not like I'm paranoid and have some idea that they're out to get me. Right? This is what Facebook wants to control the flow of information. So it's about me, it's about you, it's about anyone who wants to be free and think. The answer to this is to fight back against it. The solution to all whatever this bad ideas and unsafe word and speech online is to prevent it by law, right? To say if it's illegal, right? Harassment. How do you define harassment? It's not by saying something rude to somebody. Harassment is not having a heated debate with somebody. Harassment was when somebody says, I don't want you to talk to me anymore. Don't talk to me anymore. And you continue to harass them. This is clearly defined by law. So if there's any misunderstanding, if I've gotten the definition of harassment wrong, then we can just look up the law. Content that is illegal can and should be removable by the platform. The platform should be able to remove illegal content. Illegal content. That's it. No ambiguity there. If it's illegal, then it can be removed. If there is any confusion or misunderstanding about what might or might not be illegal, then those laws can specifically be addressed. We already have laws for that. We don't need private social media companies to create new laws. As they have shown, they have demonstrated they are not capable of doing that. They are overly aggressive, tyrannical in their quest for more power to control the public dialogue. The solution is to support H.R. 4027, which goes right to the heart of the Telecommunications Act and replaces the Good Samaritan Clause, which allows and provides for all of the subjectivity, all of the bias that you see on social media companies, to remove objectionable content, right? Objectionable content. They can remove objectionable content. What is objectionable? it depends on what they think, the time of day, the phase of the moon. They look at things in context, as Vijaya says. So if Vijaya reads something and it doesn't feel swimmingly for her, no, that has to be removed. Maybe she's too important to read things, and she has her minions of fresh college graduates. Twitter's recruiting, right? Facebook's ramping up their censorship. Twitter's ramping up their censorship by hiring more censorship, more. The way to push back against this is to support the current bill in the House of Representatives, H.R. 4027, to reform Section 230 so that internet providers may remove content that is illegal. And if they remove content that is not illegal, they can be sued. That's a great start. That's a great start. Now, maybe it's a little rough around the edges. Maybe it will be challenging to sue. There are too many lawsuits. But it's a great start. Support that bill, H.R. 4027. It's the most beautiful bill I've seen for as long as I can remember.